It's a very common question, and it's not only a common question in Pakistani. I get this question often asked to me, even by people in the USA, in certainly the Middle East and Pakistan, and certain European countries where I've done a lot of CV writing. So I'll keep it very simple. If we take the definitions of what is a CV and what is a resume, that should tell you the difference between the two documents. But in practically reality, kya hai, wo bhi main aapko batata hu. So CV is basically a Latin word which means story of one's life or course of one's life. That is what it actually means, literally. The word resume comes from the root word, I can't remember the exact word it is, but it basically means summary, to summarize. So if we take both definitions, course of one's life or story of one's life, and summary, the difference is the content. That actually is the main difference by definition. Now, what is the reality? What you find nowadays, I've noticed you keep saying the word resume. I'm saying the word CV. So CV is a term typically used in the UK. It's associated with the UK and certain other European countries. And to some extent Canada as well. And Australia to some extent, New Zealand. They also use the word, some of these countries use the word resume. In the USA, traditionally CVs were used in the academic world and they were much longer and resumes were much shorter. And the difference was, again, as I said, it was the length and the content. The reality is, if you go to Pakistan, there is no difference. The document is the same, but one thing most people will agree on is, typically, whether it's a resume or CV, it should be stuck to the optimum length of 2 pages. Now, this is something which I've discussed a lot with CV writers and a lot with professional career coaches and HR managers. And I'm sure people will make comments in the comment boxes, what they've heard. But that's the general rule. 2-page optimum, whether it's a CV or resume. Resume is a term typically used in the USA, and CV is a term typically used in the UK. Now, what you find is, since you've asked what is the difference, I would also like to say, because here's a question that's going to come up, even in the UAE, for those people applying in jobs in Dubai, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, the word is used, it's used for both, but it actually is the same document.